So for me, Rishikesh is, in one word, or two words, organised chaos. Everywhere you look, it is just busy, crazy. People are so busy living their lives. There's cows everywhere. There's people on their scooters trying to run you over. Not really, but there's a lot of scooters. Monkeys, but at the same time, there's just such a calmness to this place. And every time I come here, when I'm here, I just feel at peace because you see the calmness and the faith in people's eyes and in their hearts, and it's just so beautiful and cultural and amazing, and it's just incredible to be in the Himalayas in this gorgeous little town.
What is yoga for me? It's a real hard question to answer. Yoga means a lot of things. Yoga for me means naturally health, balance, discipline, love, sharing. Yoga means a lot of things for me, and that's why I'm part of it today, and I want to expand it and share it with the most people I can. Yoga is a real science. Yoga is not only a physical practice, it's also a real culture with a big science behind. It's medical therapy as a regular health practice. So yoga means a lot for me, and that's why I'm in today, because it's a never-ending learning process.
Choosing a yoga school in India can be quite a task. I know when I was first looking online, there was millions of different schools to look at, and I feel so fortunate to have stumbled across this one. All the teachers here are just fantastic. I know our group in particular were always onto the questions and help me with this and help me with that, and everyone was just so patient and had all the time in the world to help you with every little alignment, every little question on how the heart works or how this posture is meant to look, and everyone's been so patient and so kind. And the facility here is absolutely amazing. We're located just on top of a hill, and every morning we go to our Vinyasa Yoga class and we can look out the window and just see countryside and the town of Rishikesh.
What about the school? Especially the teachers are really nice. It's really a family. They know all each other from a long time, so there is a real family atmosphere. They are really kind and they are really patient, because it's not, yoga is like 95% girls and 5% boys, right? So you need to be courageous as a man to teach girls, because they can be hard and rough and they can be really annoying and bothering, and as a man it was especially hard for me too during this month. So I think they are really strong and tough, and they have a lot of patience, and I'm really congratulating them. Well done, guys. The place, the environment is really nice. You are in the hills, it's all green around. There are waterfalls up to the hill. You have the city down to the hill. You have the Ganga River with nice bars all around when you can stay and have drinks and sharing some moments with the people you met here. But the people you met that you meet here also, we are all seeking for the same thing, right? Yoga, teaching. So you have a lot to share, and you meet really interesting people.
Before I came here, it was so funny. I had no sense of routine at home, and I think that's why it's a perfect timing for me to come here and complete my training, because I was at that point in my life where I just wanted just that little bit more, and having a set routine every day really can help you create great habits, which I really loved about our routine. So we'd get up every morning about 5:30, depending on whatever time you wanted to wake up, and at 6 o'clock we'd meet downstairs in the dining room, and we'd have a little cup of herbal tea just to get it going, with a bit of honey for a little bit of sugar, and then we would have our shat cleansing. So we did Gelaneti, which is saline water, salt water in a little teapot, and you put it into one side of your nose and it comes out the other, and it just cleanses all the excess mucus from your nose, and it helps you with your breathing, and it prepares you for pranayama.
So after we do the Gelaneti, we all meet upstairs in the yoga hall, and we have a 1.5 hour Vinyasa class with Raj. In the first week, we started off with a beginner's Vinyasa and then slowly transitioned to intermediate and to advanced Vinyasa.
So it's really hard. It goes by, the level increase each day, so it's going harder and harder and harder and harder each day you stay here. So it's really hard. After the first Vinyasa class, you have a breakfast from 8:30 to 9:30, which is a really nice breakfast. Actually, the cook is really good person. He is listening to you, and he really does what you like the most. So at the moment, we were all asking for porridge every day, and he began to make porridge every day. So he's really a kind person.
We have a delicious breakfast, which is a mix between traditional Indian food, and also, you know, porridge and things like that. That is great, and fresh fruit, which is the best.
So the food here is absolutely brilliant. We have a good variety of meals every day. My personal favourite is black paneer. They do that very well. And I've now created a new obsession with chapati, and I think I have some sort of withdrawal symptoms when I finish here. We get chai pretty much on demand now, which is awesome. Well done, chef. I can't fault it.
Then at 9:30 we have anatomy, and I can't explain how amazing anatomy is. Like, you know, coming from a medical background, it just makes you realize how much you have to keep learning new things all the time to be able to, keep up with it all. It's just incredible. So I've learned so much. After that, we have a bit of a break, and then we have lunch, and then another bit of a break. So we usually use this time to study or nap. It's always a good idea. And then at 2 o'clock we have philosophy, where we learn obviously the philosophies of yoga, how it all began, and, you know.
Philosophy class is also a really interesting class where you learn a lot about yoga culture, but also Hinduism culture and all the external part of the practice.
And then at 4 o'clock we have an alignment class with Manish and Yaspal for an hour and a half, and we're pretty much taught through the Ashtanga series each pose and how to correctly align it in your own body, and then how to help your students do it as well when you've got a class of your own.
And the alignment class is great because we all get to learn individually how to adjust ourselves and our bodies and other people as well. And the teachers are great because they really give you the individual attention that you seek. At 4 o'clock, we then practice Ashtanga for an hour and a half. Obviously, in the beginning, the Ashtanga practice isn't as long, but if we finish early, we do some stretching and some drills to help increase our strength and flexibility, which is really fun.
At 6 o'clock, we have meditation with Vignal, and as relaxing as it is so much fun as well, and we all have such a giggle and a laugh, and it is such a great tool that we can bring home with us.
He has this just luminous energy that makes you so happy, and we just chant for an hour, or we meditate, all different kinds of things, like all different types of ways, and we all just have a really good time. And then we're all calm and ready for dinner at 7 o'clock, and then after 7 we just hang around, chat, talk about the day, and then by 8:30, 9 we're all in bed, excited for the next day. So that's a day in the life of Rishikesh Vinyasa Yoga School.
Namaste, I am Yaspal Singh Rautela, Director and Founder of Rishikesh Vinyasa Yoga School. Rishikesh Vinyasa Yoga School is a yoga teacher training school. Here, students come for becoming a yoga teacher and stay here 28 days and learn many things about the yoga. They come here and they learn and they teach in his own place. We make this program for produce many yoga teachers in around all the world. As a yoga teacher, it's my responsibility to sharing the good and right knowledge to students, because after the program, when they will go in the home, so they will, whatever they will teach, so that will be our word. here we want students remove all the hesitation from his mind, and this one is the place where student can do lots of mistake, because from the mistake they will learn lots. If they will do mistake here, so we can correct them, but without learning, if they will teach, so they will not become a yoga teacher. So that's why we offer this program. This is the 28 days residential yoga teacher training program where students live the ashram life. They eat together, they learn together, and they stay here 28 days like our family members. Here they learn the relationship between the teacher and student, and they take the good memory from our school.
Last philosophy class was more an Ayurvedic therapy class. So the teacher brought us some seeds, showed us their benefits and also what they look like and how we should use them. And he brought us also a particular remedy, I don't know what to call it, a particular thing, a healthy thing. It was cowpea, distilled cowpea from a cow from the Himalayas. So these cows are eating greens without insecticides, so they're really healthy cows actually with really healthy pea. So he made us try it, and it's really, you can feel it directly when you drink it. It's cleaning your body from the inside, but like you know, white spirit. So it was a really interesting class, and we learned a lot about natural healings process.
So we've been lucky enough to be able to adventure out for a few of our classes during our time at Rishikesh Vinyasa Yoga School. We've gone down to the Ganga and up to the mountains and to the waterfall for a practice there. We've done an hour and a half Ashtanga class and finished off with meditation. It's so nice to be out in the open and out in the culture of India, I guess. We have a big crowd around us every time watching, and the atmosphere is just beyond incredible, and we can really get in touch with ourselves and in the environment that we are in.
The first time we went outside and practiced there was when we got to go by Mother Ganga, the Ganges River, and that was just such an incredible practice because you're literally beside Mother Ganga herself. You're there, you're breathing the fresh air from the river and just being amongst nature, hearing the birds, hearing the river flow. It's just so heartfelt and makes your practice that much more deeper, and I love that.
Yashpal is really kind and careful. He's actually a really good teacher, a really experienced teacher. He has been in yoga for a few years, and he had an hard practice, I can tell. He's amazingly flexible and limit hyper flexible, so he can do some crazy hyper extensions. He has a really good teaching methodology, and he is really enthusiastic person and really sweet and smooth and really kind. He's here every day with his wife. It's really like a family here.
Yashpal is the nicest guy you could ever meet, and an even greater teacher. He has so much knowledge within him that you feel so honoured that he can share that with you. I kind of feel like, wow, every time he says something or teaches you something, your mind is blown 100%, because how can a man have so much knowledge about yoga? And it just makes you really lucky that you've chosen this school, because you really are learning from what I believe is one of the best teachers in Rishikesh, and if not India. He is just amazing, and he will give you, if you have any questions, if you have any issues with any of the alignment, any of the classes, anything even to do with the school in general, he addresses it straight away, and he gives you the attention that you seek, which is I think is fantastic, you know.
Yashpal, both as a teacher and as a person, is incredible. Everyone is singing his praises constantly. He's incredibly proactive in our classes and making sure our alignment's good. Personally for me, I'm a bit of a beginner to yoga, and it's really important that we're doing the poses correctly. And he has our well-being most certainly in mind.
I'm going to try not to cry here because I get really emotional talking about it. But this school, and yoga in particular, has given me prana. It's given me inner peace. It's given me confidence. It's given me so much love that I feel like my heart is going to explode every time I think about how happy this journey has been. And you know what? Although I've been practicing yoga for 2 or 3 years now, and that we've been here, I've almost completed my yoga teacher training, I feel like my yoga journey has only just begun, and it makes me so excited to see where this journey is going to take me and how much more of a person I can be, like how much more I can grow as a person in every aspect, you know, mind, body, soul.
This whole experience, learning about yoga, learning meditation, meeting these type of people has been a bit of a game changer for me. It certainly delivered what I wanted to achieve from this experience. My mind certainly feels more rounded. I have a good focus now, and I feel like I'll be able to handle potential problems in the future. And like I said before, it had just put everything into perspective. I hate to say it, but I'm certainly on the road. If not, maybe I found it already, but I'm very happy within myself. And I don't want to say in a peace, but I have some sort of feelings that I guess you can relate to having found inner peace.
So overall, from the bottom of my heart, Rishikesh Vinyasa Yoga School has been the best experience of my life. And if you've been contemplating about completing your yoga teacher training, I definitely recommend coming here to Rishikesh Vinyasa Yoga School in the yoga capital of the world, because you definitely won't regret it. And I know that your journey will be just as amazing and special and unique as mine and everyone else's here.